In this video, we're reacting to what happened to the children of dead wrestlers. I think that's a very morbid topic, but we're here. If the algorithm or the sub box brought you to me, guess what? We're hanging out for the next 15 minutes at least. So if you're on a lunch break or you're hanging out, you need someone to keep you company for a little bit, I'm here. Let's do this. If you want to react to content with us live on Twitch, hit the bottom link in the description. Young ones, get out of here. I don't make content for little ones. I use colorful language. I don't want you getting in trouble. Chat doesn't want you getting in trouble. We're being responsible adults. You can't be here. Scram. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the video.
Wrestling matches may be predetermined, but the sport has claimed a lot of lives. Like any death, many people are affected, and some that are the most impacted are the children. So what happened to the kids of wrestlers who died young? Let's begin with Umaga. While his WWE career only lasted about 3 years, the Samoan Bulldozer accomplished a lot in that time and made a name for himself.
Umaga used to scare the shit out of me, man. Oh my god. I thought he was so cool. I thought he was so cool, dude.
In June 2009, Umaga was released from his WWE contract. About 6 months later, tragedy struck. Umaga's wife found him unconscious at their home. He was rushed to the hospital where he passed away, the cause of death being 2 heart attacks. Umaga not only left behind a wife, but 4 children, and unfortunately, his family fell into poverty. This led to Umaga's son, Isaiah Fatu, getting arrested at the age of 15 for aggravated robbery. He ended up getting put behind bars and spent 6 years in prison. In March 2022, Isaiah was released and thankfully turned his life around. He became Muslim and is now following in his father's footsteps. In December 2020, Isaiah started training at Booker T's school, Reality of Wrestling. Then, in June 2023, the 4th generation wrestler made his debut as Zilla Fatu. Isaiah also paid tribute to his late father by using Umaga's signature Samoan Spike.
Nice.
Not many people know this, but Andre the Giant had a child. Robin Christensen Rusimov was born in 1979. While Robin did have regular contact with her father, she only got to see him 5 times in her entire life. This was partially due to the strained relationship between Andre and Robin's mother. Despite this, Andre did his best to give his daughter the best life possible by paying child support and setting up a trust fund for her. Today, Robin lives in Seattle, Washington, and while she has never been involved in wrestling, she does look after her father's legacy. Anytime Andre the Giant's likeness or name is used in anything, Robin has a say and also gets royalties from it. Most recently, she's been consulting on an Andre the Giant biopic.
That's actually really cool that she's involved with like his legacy afterwards, right? That's really nice.
Like everyone else you'll hear about in this video, Chris Benoit is actually responsible for the death of one of his children. In June 2007, the former world champion killed his wife and 7-year-old son and then took his own. However, Benoit had 2 children from a previous marriage, David, who was 14, and Megan, who was 10. After Chris Benoit's death, both continued to live with their biological mother in Edmonton, Alberta. After staying out of the public eye for over a decade, David Benoit became more public, doing interviews and appearing at wrestling shows. He discussed interest in training and was even booked to be in a match.
Just like his
Currently,
pops.
David is in Edmonton working in the oil industry. Chris Benoit's daughter, Megan, has been a lot more quiet though. In fact, it wasn't until 2023 that Megan Benoit had an Instagram account. The now 26-year-old shared a few pictures of her and her father. Beyond that though, not much is known about Megan Benoit. In 2019, the wrestling world was hit hard by the sudden death of Ashley Massaro. Massaro joined WWE in 2005 after winning the Diva Search competition.
Ashley.
She spent about 3 years with the company, but left in 2008. The reason was so Ashley could care for her then 7-year-old daughter, Alexa, who was sick. Tragically, in May 2019, Massaro took her own life. In the wake of her mother's passing, a GoFundMe was set up for Alexa Massaro. The campaign raised $100,000 that went to Alexa Massaro's education. As of right now, Ashley Massaro's daughter is currently a student in Smithtown, New York. While Alexa hasn't given any hints that she wants to become a wrestler, she has done some work as a model, which is what her mother did as well. Owen Hart's death was one of the most sensational in wrestling history due to it happening during a live broadcast. Hart was meant to make a superhero-like entrance by being lowered from the rafters of the arena and into the ring. However, there was a malfunction and Owen fell to his death. He left behind a wife and 2 kids, a 7-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter. In the aftermath, Owen Hart's children were each given $3 million in a settlement. Owen's son, Oj, is now 31 years old in 2023. He's currently attending a school in London, studying to get his PhD in human rights law. Oj Hart is also an artist, guitarist, and world traveler. Owen's daughter, Athena, turned 28 in 2023. In 2016, she graduated with a degree in journalism and also obtained licenses in nutrition and personal training. Oj and Athena have not been involved with wrestling in any capacity, which
Nah, you could definitely tell she's from the Hart family. That's got like the face is just there, dude. He is the father.
Which is understandable. That was until 2022, when Owen Hart's children, as well as his wife, were in attendance for AEW Dynamite, who had begun hosting the Owen Hart Cup tournament in 2021. The news of Luke Harper, aka Brody Lee's death, was very sudden and very sad. The former Wyatt family member passed away due to a rare condition called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which causes lung tissues to thicken and unable to function. At the time of his passing, Harper had two sons, 8-year-old Brody and 3-year-old Nolan. Nolan will be turning 6 in December 2023. And in August 2023, the son of the backwoods brawler started kindergarten. Nolan is hoping to become a video game programmer, while his older brother Brody is already following in his dad's footsteps. In the aftermath of Brody Lee's passing, the oldest son, Brody Lee Jr., made his AEW debut. He soon joined his father's faction, the Dark Order, and started being called -1.
That's tight. Oh, that's really cool. That's tight.
AEW even signed Luke Harper's son to a contract that'll become valid on January 17th, 2030, his 18th birthday. That is, of course, if -1 decides he wants to pursue a career in wrestling. Even though he had been retired for years, the Ultimate Warrior's death was still shocking for many. The reason was that Warrior had just made his return to Monday Night Raw.
Yo, the timing of Ultimate Warrior's death was weird, man. And the speech he gave right before, I definitely remember being like, yo, what the fuck? That's not some uncanny shit?
The day before his death. Making it even more tragic was that Warrior's wife became a widow and his 2 daughters were left without a father. Warrior's oldest child, Indiana, will be turning 23 years old in 2023, while his youngest, Madigan, will be 21. While both haven't stepped inside the ropes yet, Indiana did get into the highly competitive Colburn School as a ballet student. Currently, Indiana attends the University of Texas at Austin, where she's majoring in youth and community studies while also working as a professional caregiver.
That's like 11 years ago already.
Daughter, Madigan, is pretty private about her life, but it's assumed she's in school as well. Shad Gaspard's death was both tragic and heartwarming.
This one fucked me up when I heard about it too. Yeah. This one sucks, dude. Like I said, this was gonna be like a morbid topic, but damn, I don't want it to be like a downer, like, ugh.
In May 2020, the former WWE wrestler and his son were swimming at Venice Beach in Los Angeles when they got caught in a strong rip current. Lifeguards came to help them, but Gaspard told the guards to save his son first. While Gaspard's 10-year-old son, Arye, got to safety,
that's the part about it that really gets me, like, said save his son first, man, and like, yeah. That's so fucking unfortunate, man. Yeah, that's whack. Rest in peace, rest in peace.
Shad was swept away and ultimately died. Gaspard's son is now 13 years old and keeps people posted through his Instagram account. Even though he's still in middle school, Arye is already in the gym and lifting weights. It's possible we'll see Arye Gaspard.
Hold on. He about to be a monster. Hold on. I'm in there going crazy. Hold on. Any kid you see doing this exercise right here, he about to be, by the time he's a freshman, by then he's about to be brolic. Actually, Beazle. And he here fucking boxing? Nah, don't mess with this kid.
Posted through his Instagram account. Even though he's still in middle school, Arye is already in the gym and lifting weights. It's possible we'll see Arye Gaspard inside a wrestling ring, but it appears his love is for football and basketball. The
pipeline from like football into wrestling is pretty well established by now. So if shit don't work out, we might see little bro in there. We might see him pulling up.
Either way, it looks like Arye is making his dad proud and doing what he loves. Crash Holly died only about 4 months after he got released from his WWE contract. After a roughly 5-year-long career with the company, Holly was let go in June 2003. In November of that year, Holly took his own life at the young age of 32 after receiving divorce papers from his wife. Crash left behind an 8-year-old daughter named Patty, but luckily she was taken care of. Crash's storyline cousin, Molly Holly, helped raise funds for Patty's education. As of today, Crash Holly's daughter lives in Santa Clara, California, where she's working on getting her GED and currently works as an assistant manager at Little Caesars. Brian Pillman blurred the lines between fiction.
It's good for her. Really cool on Molly Holly, by the way, to look out for somebody who was like storyline related. I never really know what the bonds are like between the wrestlers or the talent back there. But it's always cool when, like, you know, they really do look out for the families of the other people that they work with. So why married to divorce? Well, there's probably just some differences that couldn't be sorted out. You never really know what someone is like until, like, you know, you've been with them for a while and it's like, all right, I didn't know you actually didn't clean up your drawers. You leave your fucking underwear sitting on the floor all the time. Fuck out of here. That'll be a pet peeve of mine. I hate messiness, right? I'm glad I walk in the bathroom. You left the fucking toilet seat up and you did not flush. But there's just piss in the toilet all the time. I'm divorcing you right now. But what if you marry someone and they change or they stop hiding who they are? Then it's like, well, well, am I gonna be stuck with you? What if one day your wife comes home from work and she just runs up to you full speed, no warning, and punches you square in the jaw repeatedly? She's trying to knock you out. This has been 3 years. 3 years of marriage and she's runs up, make. You stay? You just gonna stay if that becomes the norm? We got a solution for that. I'm definitely divorcing her stupid ass. What? Bitch. Not only are we divorced, but now we have to have the Mortal Kombat. About to fucking suplex you down the stairs into the basement. You're staying right down there until you figure out what the hell going down. She wouldn't hit me if she didn't. Oh no, we can't even joke like that. Stop. He said, "Take me now." No, y'all are ruined. Yeah. Something in the water. Something's in the water out here.
And real life so much that when he died, some people didn't believe it at first. The loose cannon passed away alone in his hotel room at the age of 35 on the day of a WWE pay-per-view. Pillman had 6 children, 2 stepkids and 4 biological, and unfortunately, they were not well cared for. His daughter Brittany and only son Brian Pillman Jr. were physically abused by their mother's new husband, and at
Oh no, that's bad. I don't like that.
times didn't know where their next meal was coming from. Tragedy struck the Pillman family once again when Brian Pillman's stepdaughter Alexis passed away younger than her father. When she was in her mid-20s, Alexis wanted to get into wrestling and began training. She started working as a valet and manager and even got an opportunity to work at a TNA Impact Wrestling show. However, Alexis's life came to an abrupt end before her career could take off. In November 2009, Alexis was involved in a fatal car crash and she died at just 26 years old.
Oh, that
There is
sucks.
good news though. Both Brittany and Brian Pillman Jr. are doing much better. Brittany graduated from college in 2016 and now runs her own clothing store called Ash Haven Co. in Edgewood, Kentucky. She's also married and has a 2-year-old son. Brittany has even attended wrestling shows to support her brother. At the age of 23, Brian Pillman Jr. laced up his boots and began training. He quickly made a name for himself and within a few years joined AEW. In July 2023, the second generation wrestler's contract expired and soon joined WWE. He's currently performing on NXT under the name Lexus King. 11 miles from where Brian Pillman died, another wrestler would die young. Eddie Guerrero's passing in 2005.
My goat. My all-time goat. My goat. I was literally, like, I couldn't even eat at school the day after I found out Eddie passed away. Like, I could not. I was so distraught, defeated, done. Like, bro. He died on your birthday that year? Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, I was heartbroken, dude. I was like, is that like an angle? Are you joking? Like, no way.
Don't be shy.
Norman, thank you for the follow.
hit the wrestling world hard, but it hit his family even harder. Eddie left his wife, Vicky Guerrero, as well as 3 daughters. Latino Heat's oldest, Shad Guerrero, got into the family business and wrestled for WWE. In 2010, Shaw signed a contract with WWE and started training at their development system, FCW, which later became NXT. She wrestled under the name Raquel Diaz, but her career was short-lived. She ultimately left WWE in 2014 due to an eating disorder. Thankfully, she recovered, and in 2016, Shaw got married to WWE wrestler
I'm glad
Aiden
she was taking
English.
care of
While
herself.
she isn't an active competitor right now, Shaw is still involved in wrestling, doing ring announcing and commentating for a number of companies, including AEW. Shaw is 33 years old as of 2023 and currently lives in Chicago. She has spent the past several years working as a burlesque dancer.
Honey, wait a minute. She got some bangs banging. Ew, into our more.
Eddie Guerrero's second oldest child, Sherilyn Guerrero, didn't become a wrestler, but does tell stories in her own way. The 28-year-old currently lives in Houston, Texas, where she works as a client coordinator at the medical aesthetics provider Ideal Image, as well as a freelance photographer and artist. Additionally, Sherilyn is a content creator, posting videos to TikTok and her photography to Instagram. Sadly, Sherilyn is not on good terms with her mother, Vicky, and her sister. In April 2023, Sherilyn posted a video to TikTok where she said she got
that's so fucking heartbreaking, dude. Why do people gotta be fucking creeps, man? Like, what is up with the fucking monsters just walking amongst us, dude? That's one thing that I'll never understand. You already there with the fucking fully grown adult woman who was interested enough in you to have you sleeping over. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
assaulted by her stepfather in early 2020. According to Sherilyn, both her mom, Vicky Guerrero, and her sister Shaw blocked her from their phones. Sherilyn added that Vicky basically sided with her husband. After Sherilyn posted the video, Vicky responded by saying her daughter was a hostile, narcissistic person, among other accusations. Eddie Guerrero also had a third child from a different relationship. Kaylee Guerrero wasn't even 4 years old when her father passed away. Despite that, Kaylee was accepted by Vicky as part of her family. The now 21-year-old is a special effects makeup artist for film and seems to have a specialty for horror. It's also worth mentioning that Santino Marella has a daughter in WWE right now. To see her, watch this video.
You can't just throw in the Santino has a daughter in the dead wrestlers shit. Like, wait a minute, he got confused. My whole equilibrium is fucked up. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? See, that transition to Les video was crazy. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You threw me off. Why'd you do that? Boo. Anyway, if you guys like to, you see what I mean? That was fucked up. I thought he died. If you guys like to see the original creator of this content, please click the top link in the description. Show some support and love. If you want to react to content with us live on Twitch, you know where to find me. I told you I'd hang out with you for at least 15 minutes, and we made it here, right? Are you here with me? If you're hearing this right now, and you didn't subscribe, what the fuck is happening? Come on, the family. Join 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 the family. No, seriously. Click something else. I got you. We got playlists all over the place.